Good morning. Welcome back to Kids Life. I am Pastor Justin, and I am so glad that you have decided to join me for just a few minutes this morning. We are starting a brand new series called Help! All throughout the month of September, we are going to look at how God helps us. Our big idea today is that God helps us when we're helpless. Have you ever felt helpless? Like there's no hope for getting out of a situation? Well, this month we're going to be looking at the Bible story of Moses and how God helped Moses. And you're going to see in just a minute that Moses was in a pretty helpless position. He was just a baby and he had no hope whatsoever. But we'll get to that in a second. First, I want you to think about, are there 3 ways that you need help? Maybe you can come up with them. I know I need help doing things. There's things that I can't do on my own. And I need help from my wife. I need help from my kids. I need help from other people that work with me sometimes. There's lots of ways that I need help. Can you think of 3 ways that you need help? While you're thinking of that, I want to share with you a couple of videos, one from Callie and one from Carl, and they're going to tell us a little bit more about the story of Moses and how God helps us when we are helpless. So keep thinking of ways that you need help as you watch these videos, and come on back when they're done.
You. Shout it out, why don't you? Let everyone know. I'm doing pretty good today. It's sunny where I am, and I'm alive, so yep, it's a good day. Oh look, we have a comment coming in already. This is a comment from Mary. Hey Callie, my name is Mary from Southern California. Oh, that sounds really nice. Have you ever felt helpless? Let me think. There was a time when my little brother was really sick and he had to go to the hospital, and he was there for a whole week. Mary, that was the longest week of my life because he was so tiny. He did get better and came home and now bothers me all the time. But yep, speaking of that, did I ever tell you that my mom is a doctor? She helps kids. So that makes her a surgeon? No, that's not it. She's an No, that can't be it either. Let me just call her. Hey, Mom. What are you doing?
Hey, baby. Are you filming your vlog?
Yeah, Mom. Mom, so what type of doctor are you again?
Ellie, I am a pediatrician.
Right. That's it. Is that a hard job, Mom?
I went to school for it. So I had years and years of practice, so I know what I'm doing.
So what's the hardest part?
That's a great question. I think the hardest part about being a pediatrician sometimes is seeing a child for the first time in so much pain. And then, of course, trying to comfort the parents because sometimes they feel kind of helpless.
Wow.
Speaking of helpless, this reminds me of a story in the Bible of some people that felt the same exact way.
It's time for our Bible story. A long time ago, the people of Israel had been forced to become slaves in Egypt and were being treated very badly. They had to work day and night, and do whatever Pharaoh wanted them to do.
That's a ruler, right?
Exactly. The ruler of Egypt loved telling God's people what to do all the time, but he noticed that there were a lot of Israelites. Like a whole lot.
So what did he do?
He came up with a plan to get rid of all the baby boys. God's people needed help now more than ever. The parents became sad and helpless because they didn't know what to do. During this time though, a mom gave birth to a tiny baby boy. She loved this baby so much and didn't want Pharaoh to get rid of him. So the mother hid the baby for 3 long months. She then did the only thing she thought might work. She put her baby in a basket and placed him in the water like a boat. She placed the boat with her baby into the water and prayed to God for someone to find it. And guess what?
The baby was saved?
You got it! The daughter of Pharaoh saw the basket floating and saved it. How amazing is that?
Oh, wow.
She named the baby Moses, and now the baby would live in the house of Pharaoh.
In the story, we can see when we feel helpless, guess what?
God helps us.
Exactly. So, honey, listen, I have to get back to work, but I'll be home soon in a few hours.
Okay, Mom. Thank you for helping me with this video.
I love helping you, and I hope I was cool and I had some drop.
Drop, Mom? If you're talking about swag, I think you meant drip, Mom.
Now look at that. Now you're helping me out. Bye, honey.
Bye, Mom. That story made me feel so confident. Just to know that if I ever need help, I can pray and God will help me because God helps us when we're helpless. My friends, it's time for me to get out of here. Peace out, friends. Catch you next time.
Hey there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. Welcome to Grow TV.
Welcome to Grow TV. Hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Well, hey there, everyone. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Today I'm feeling pretty down. A lack of motivation. I don't feel like doing anything. It's the worst. I guess we'll do some crafts or something, like make a paper airplane. So, let's get to it. All right. Ta-da! The perfect airplane. Who am I kidding? It's horrible. Looks like I'm getting a call. Hello?
Carl, what's going on, my man?
Not great, TJ.
Oh no, man, what's wrong?
I don't know. I'm just dragging. Feeling really unmotivated. Like an elephant sitting on my head, and then a boulder bouncing on the elephant's head, making it impossible for me to move.
Wow, man, that sounds pretty rough, Carl.
Tell me about it. I haven't felt this bad since my peanut butter and jelly sandwich fell into the sand at the beach.
Well, I'm sorry, Carl. Is it safe to say you're feeling pretty helpless?
TJ, if I could use 3 words to describe how I'm feeling right now, it would be these: helpless, defeated, distraught. Sadness, melancholy, impotent, weak, and vulnerable. Also gassy.
You know, Carl, there's a story that I think will lift your spirits.
Well, TJ, unless you have a box of jelly-filled donuts, I don't think anything can make me feel better.
Well, let's see. You've heard of Moses, right?
Of course.
Well, when Moses was a baby, Pharaoh, the leader of Egypt, realized that there were too many Israelites. So he came up with a horrible plan.
No.
Yeah, he decided that every Israelite boy will be thrown into the river.
That's awful.
It was, man. Moses' mother got to a place where she couldn't hide him anymore. So she got a basket, made it to where it wouldn't sink, and she put Moses in the basket and put it in a river.
So baby Moses was safe?
For now. But Moses' sister watched him float for a bit just to see what would happen.
And what happened?
Well, a princess of Egypt came to the river to take a bath and saw the baby. She asked for a servant to get the baby, and when she did, Moses' sister came out to ask the princess if she would need help raising the baby.
Well, what did the princess say?
She said yes. So she gave the baby back to the sister to give to the mother in order to take care of the baby. And get this, she even paid the mother to take care of him.
Wow, that's crazy. She saved Moses' life.
Yes, she did. But someone else helped baby Moses even more.
Well, who?
God.
God?
Moses was supposed to be thrown into the river, but God had a plan for Moses. And God knew that Moses, being a baby, was pretty helpless floating down the river.
Well, he sure was. And God helped him by sending others, pulling him out by the river and making sure he was taken care of.
You're absolutely right, Carl. And today you woke up feeling tired and pretty defeated, right?
Like a turtle on its back.
Exactly. But just like God helped Moses, God will help you. God helps us when we're helpless.
DJ, you're the best. Not only did you help me get out of this funk I was in, you just said our big idea. Big idea time! Today's big idea is God helps us when we're helpless.
So on the count of 3, we'll say it out loud together. You ready, Carl?
Ready? 1,
2.
3! God helps us when we're helpless! Yes, yes, yes. Good job, everyone.
So Carl, how are you feeling now?
You know what? I'm feeling a lot better.
That's great, man. Hey, what you got there?
Oh, it's my PB&J I was telling you about earlier.
Wait, is that the one with the sand in it?
The one with the what? Oh, I forgot.
All right, man. Kids, have a good week. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Pro TV.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those videos as much as I did. It was good to see how God was at work helping baby Moses when he was helpless. I want to read to you just a little bit of that story out of the book of Exodus. It says, the baby's older sister found herself a vantage point a little way off and watched to see what would happen to him. Pharaoh's daughter came down to the Nile to bathe. Her maiden strolled on the bank. She saw the basket floating in the reeds and sent her maid to get it. She opened it and saw the child, a baby, crying. Her heart went out to him. She said, this must be one of the Hebrew babies. Then her sister was before her. His sister was before her. Do you want me to go and get a nursing mother from the Hebrews so she can nurse the baby for you? Pharaoh's daughter said, yes, go. And the girl went and called the child's mother. What was Miriam, Moses' sister, what was her big idea? That's right, to see if Pharaoh's daughter would have Moses' mom take care of him, raise him. Isn't that great? That God was at work helping Moses when he was helpless. With his family, with his older sister, and with his mom, and with a stranger, Pharaoh's daughter. All of them came together and helped Moses. God was at work giving them big ideas and giving them courage and giving them hearts that loved the little baby and that could feel sorry for them and wanting to help. God is at work in all of those ways in this story to help Moses when he was helpless. Have you thought yet of 3 ways that you need help? Maybe you're still thinking of it. But I want you to remember this, that God was at work in Moses' life already. Before the big problem even arose, Moses already had an older sister and a mom. Moses already had this stranger who was living in the area of Pharaoh's daughter, and all of them came together to help just when God needed them to have courage to come together, to have compassion, to have love in their hearts, to come together to help baby Moses. what are some of the ways that God helps us when we feel helpless? Can you think of some? Maybe God helps you by encouraging you with a story from the Bible like this, of when God has helped other people. Maybe God helps you through a brother or sister like baby Moses had. And maybe that brother or sister can comfort you, can have courage to help you when you need it. Maybe your mom and your dad are really helpful, and God uses them to give you protection, to give you just what you need just when you need it. Or maybe, like in this story, also you've been helped by a stranger. Maybe God gives a stranger just what you need and provides for you or your family through the help of someone else. All of these ways are ways that God can help us when we really are helpless. Maybe you can think of someone that you can always count on in your life when you need help. Maybe it's your mom or dad or brother or sister or a really good friend. Maybe it's a teacher. But God puts people in our lives that give us the help that we need just when we need it. But you want to know the best way that God helps us? By giving us Jesus. As we point toward Jesus, we can see what God is like, that God is there to give us love, to give us just what we need just when we need it. So the best way that God helps us is by giving us Jesus. And I hope that you remember that, friends. And one way that we can remember that is by working on a new memory verse. So all throughout the month of September, we are having this new verse. It comes to us from Psalm 121, verse 2. It says, "My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth." Isn't that good? It's a reminder that our help comes from God, the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, the maker of everything. Now, I know you work hard on remembering that verse, and I want to offer you one more way to memorize it. Maybe you've heard of American Sign Language. It's a way that people can communicate, not with words, but with hand motions. And so it's a whole nother language. And it can help us if we memorize this verse by using the motions, by saying it with our hands, not with our words. So go ahead and check this out. It's our memory verse in American Sign Language.
Psalm 121, verse 2. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth.
All right. Remember, that's just one more way for you to work on your memory verse. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Psalm 121, verse 2. And all of that is a way for us to continue to point ourselves toward Jesus, right? Who is the best help that God has given to us. All right, friends, it has been great hanging out with you today. I hope you had fun. I hope to see you next week. But until then, keep eating your vegetables, keep your room clean, and keep pointing to Jesus. Bye, friends.